So let's go ahead and get started. Outside view today. We've had a lot of water and rain across the country. Pulling off in the park position. We're going to have a lot of deaths, and that's the sad part about the holidays. There was a vehicle here that someone was driving 100 miles an hour, and the car split in half, and it was a death, obviously. So I have stopped, checked traffic, and I'm going to turn in the nearest lane. Keep your turn as short as possible. I've gotten fuel and petrol last night, so I suggest if you're driving, try to get your fuel the day before at night, and then you don't have to worry about it in the morning. So I don't have to worry about getting fuel in the morning, so that's a good thing. I'm scanning my intersection. The biggest hazard is the sun. You can barely see, but I want to show you what it's really like. Go ahead and getting over one lane to the right. Hopefully it's a beautiful day where you're from. Let me know. I'm in North America. It is about 7:07 Eastern Standard Time. Let me know where you are. This is going to be driving in rush hour traffic in the morning. And this particular intersection, maybe you can't see it, probably can't. This is a controlled left-hand turn because we have a light here, and then now we have a green arrow. So proceed with caution. And I'm going down a cloverleaf, and these are dangerous because you've got to go really slow in the cloverleaf, and then when you get down to the bottom and go out, you've got to get up to speed rapidly. So I tell my students, right about in the middle, start accelerating, get your speed up. It's like a slingshot, S-H-O-T. Then you got to get out here. And the merger's okay. You will get better as you drive. And what I like students to do is get into the first lane, take their time. Then we're going to make a lane change to the left, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. Like to see them get in that middle lane. Get your speed set. Get comfortable. Middle lane seems to be pretty good. If you have to go faster, you can get to the left lane, but we're right at the limit, so things are good. Traffic's moving good. Let's just keep it copacetic, keep it moving. M-O-V-I-N-G, moving. You always want to be moving in traffic like this. You gotta have a good mental mindset. Typically, there are hundreds of thousands of motorists driving in and out of the country to the metro areas. I'm looking to keep our speed nice and steady and consistent. Stay smooth. Take my time, be patient. I'm looking ahead 20 to 30 seconds to see what is going on with the traffic in the traffic scene. S-C-E-A-N. Everything is moving pretty good. So So I want to stay steady and consistent. Not trying to tailgate. So I'm lifting my foot. Tailgate. You have to remind yourself constantly of safety, because you are responsible for your own destiny, and I never wanted to be the one to cause an accident, and I try to be that defensive driver, D-R-I-V-E-R, to be safe. I'll call I have good speed, good space, and a smile in our traffic scene, and stay consistent as possible. And then I squeeze my brakes. I'm lifting my foot again. I don't know what they're doing. Lane change to the left, mirror, turn signal, blind spot, and then I'm in the lane pretty good. I'm looking for traffic backups. One of my students said, stay with the flow and come back home alive. I think that's a very good idea. And in some states they have the HOV lane, high occupancy vehicle lane, so you have to have more than one person in your vehicle, because the state and the federal government are trying to get carpooling in more, which I agree. Don't hang around motor vehicle carriers, semis. There are 4 blind spots, left side, right side, front and back. So we're trying to do a good job and maintain good speed. I've been through Canada. Their roads are much more in better shape than ours, if I could say that, because there's a lot of freezing and thawing elements that are on, that may happen yearly. So it's in the summer here in North America, and it really depends on what region you live in. So I'm just trying to maintain good speed control and just take my time, stay safe as possible. These big motor vehicle carriers stay driving the middle, the right lane. And it's all about timing. T-I-M-I-N-G. Timing on the road will help you, and this would be a decent time to drive for a new driver. If traffic is moving pretty good, you want to stay steady and consistent, maintain a good speed control. And for beginners, they tend to lift their foot and be a little bit inconsistent. So I tell my clients to just take their time, hold their foot on the gas. And curves, we were driving last night on this road, curves were giving us a really difficult time. This is a wolf pack ahead of us, W-O-L-F-P-A-C-K. So I want to be really mindful of all these cars. biggest thing I find right around that half an hour mark is focus, Focus. You got to have focus when you drive, and a lot of beginners are losing speed, hugging the right lane because they're used to being in a passenger seat. So I'm going to go ahead and get over one lane to the right, near turn signal line spot. And you want to make your lane changes very smooth and deliberate. Then I lift my foot around the curve. A lot of beginners tend to give the car more throttle. So I'm looking ahead. I see some traffic backups. I'm on my brake, baby. And I'm squeezing it real easy. This truck is really close to me. So I'm not liking what they doing right now. So, and if you don't pay attention, that's how you get rear-ended. So this truck was on me very hard. Stay away from semi-trucks. Have good speed, have good space, and a smile. I always say that. You need to see this type of heavy traffic and what cars do. I'm looking for consistency. I'm going to get back over one lane on the left. I try to stay in open lanes. And the things that we talk about are from a professional standpoint. I'm a state certified driving instructor, so I have both hands on the wheel. I'm giving you insight into how you handle these situations. What do you do? What's best practice? Right? Keep open space. Be consistent. Take your time when you drive. Courteous, and have a defensive driver mindset when you're driving, because you notice the light changes all the time. It gets dark and it gets light, so you'll have eye strain. I'm not an eyeglass wearer yet. I have 20/20 vision, and I really try to take care of my mind and body, and you need to do the same, because there's so many elements to mental health. mental. So I'm keeping my space behind this Tesla electric car up here. We're at about 60. And every state, every county, every community has a different vibe. And you like to see drivers have that defensive mindset, be patient. See a truck flying by, it's nowhere to go. So they're just speeding for nothing. That truck to my right, they're cutting over 3 lanes, kind of aggressive driving. I try to be more deliberate. I mean, they're going much faster than the flow in the right lane where traffic will merge out, so they're going to try to slingshot and get all the way. See, they got cut off. So when you watch these illustrations, thank you for the thumbs up. When you watch these illustrations, you're gonna say, do I really wanna go like 90 and cut off like 5 or 6 cars to get over? It's not really worth it. I think a lot of people's tempers get really short. And the biggest thing I think is just, you're not going fast enough in the lane that you would like, but you are entitled to the lane also too. hold the vehicle really easy, be very deliberate, be consistent, not jerk the wheel. I want to be a jerk. J-U-R-K. So I'm looking for traffic. I'm gonna go ahead and get over one lane to the right, near turn signal. My spot. I'm driving an automatic, and manuals have a little bit more consistency and complexity, but they're still fun to drive. That same truck that cut off 4 vehicles here aggressively tailgating traffic up there, and it's not even worth it. And what's going to happen, that's going to trigger people checking mirrors, getting a warmer lane to right. That's going to trigger people to be more aggressive. And that same vehicle is just cut over. So you try to stay away from aggressive drivers like that. I'm in a right lane now, going about 8 to 9 miles an hour slower than the middle and left lane. Being patient. And then this ramp we use for testing, so we want to squeeze our brakes. If you just popped in, give this a thumbs up. See, certified driving instructor. I'm going to squeeze my brakes. They did not stop on the ramp, so that causes an accident. You should always be able to see the rear of the tires. If I get rear-ended, there'll be one collision. And then this is something called a crossover. I'm going to turn my wheel, and I got to go up to the stop sign. And it's a complete stop. This is a regulatory sign. This is one common cause of failure, so I'm going to have a complete stop. No blinker. I've stopped. And then I turn. Let's use the bumps. We have to work on our infrastructure. And then you're going to have a series of signs. This is one of the similar routes we would take clients. And then you got some warning signs. Got some regulatory signs, so we got to stop. So this is our regulatory sign. So you want to stop. And then I proceed. Guys, if this brought you value, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I do appreciate you. More coming later.